Hi everyone, this is gonna be my unfiltered, unedited rant, just late night confessions, I guess. As I'm sitting here on the eve of my solo return, it's 11:11 on the clock p.m. I had a long day at work and I'm taking day off tomorrow. And it's interesting how it all has been unfolding for me. And that was part of my day to day, understanding how all and any plans I had for my birthday this year are not really feasible to implement in the way that I've planned them. So I had several iterations of a plan where I was obviously taking a day off and was supposed to dedicate it all just to spending time by myself, for myself, doing some spa, spending time on the beach, doing a beautiful sound healing session in the middle of the day, so many different things. And then they consistently have been, undermined by something else that was coming up. And the latest and most important update was that my stuff was actually gonna arrive to a local U-Haul location today, so the day before my birthday. And to me, it seemed like a reliable option to plan movers to get that stuff into my place was for my birthday, which maybe not a great way to spend your birthday, but I was so looking forward to it. And those who know my story know how important this is for me to reconnect with my belongings, with my favorite this, my favorite that. It's been quite a ride. Not to mention that I'm, living with bare basics right now. I'm sleeping on an inflatable bed. And yeah, it's interesting. Almost like continue to expand my nomadic experience even now, even at my new place, if that makes sense. So anyway, I decided that would be a great present for myself. That would be a great way, even if I have to keep coordinating movers and unpacking stuff, I would still be very happy with this. And today they're telling me that my boxes haven't arrived. And more than that, I'm on the phone for a while, calling all the different departments at U-Haul, and none of them can tell me when my boxes are gonna arrive. So I'm putting movers on hold for now. Sorry, apologies. And I realize as the day continues that my plan for tomorrow again is undermined. And it's like, ooh, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? And I already made some new plans after that. No. And so these thoughts keep coming in for a new plan, or maybe reorganizing something else that I was planning to do. And I decided that the beauty of it is actually in just living in the moment. And then I remembered my last year's birthday in Guatemala, which was mostly different because I was with a group of people who I didn't even know that well for the most part. They weren't my family or close friends, but it was an organized event, a retreat, where I couldn't really plan my birthday or just decide to do something, whatever I wanted to do. It was a day that, we were spending together and, we had to coordinate what we wanted to do. And I must admit, they did organize part of that day so that I could enjoy it, because my knee was already giving up. I was climbing the mountain every day, and I was staying in town, and they decided to replan our dinner with local family so that I can make it and I can be there, which eventually meant that the rest of the group was climbing up the mountain at night in the rain. But on the other hand, during the day, there were some things I wanted to do, but because I'm so responsible and if we said we're gonna get back and meet at the meeting point at this time, I'm gonna be there at that time. That's just who I am, my personality. And then I get there at the time, and then there's a message in our group that's like, oh, girls are getting tattoos, so they're still busy there, or something else is happening, so let's meet an hour and a half later. And I'm like, I already said no to this and that and the other thing that I wanted to do, because I wouldn't have enough time to come back in time. And now I don't have enough time to do them because, I've spent all this time preparing and waiting. So it was give and take, I would say. And I ended my birthday at 8 p.m., walking in the rain home by myself. There was like an open mic, because it's a really, really small town, a village by my terms, where we were staying. So there isn't much to do, especially on a Monday. But there was an open mic, and I was gonna go there. And I couldn't even do that because they only took cash, because they were out of power. They were using like the generators, but they didn't have the connections, so they couldn't process the cards. And for the same reason, ATMs were not working, so I couldn't get cash anymore that day. So I just went home, I gave myself a quick facial and went to bed at 8. But my place where I was staying actually had a little cafe in the first floor, and I asked them to get me some tea and a croissant. And, that was the best, especially in those circumstances. I was very happy with how that day went. But it was very much of like, I'm not in control. I kind of have to follow the flow. I don't know what's going to happen, all that stuff. And I remember that now that I was in this point where it feels like there's an illusion that because it's just me this day, spending this day, by myself, I should be in full control. But even in this case, it doesn't seem like I am, because of all these different elements and, pieces to it. And, first reaction is what? Frustration, trigger. Like, oh my God, are you serious? I can't even have one day where I would do what I really, really wanted. One of them one of the iterations of my plan included getting a hotel day pass. And so I can get to a Peloton bike and I have a ride, because I missed Peloton very much. That would be a lot of fun for me. I know, come on. And then I would spend the day at that hotel, have a drink at the rooftop. It was still gonna be fun. And I wasn't doing that. And it's like, it's too late to plan now. Oh, and my movers actually at the end of the day, they also messaged me and said, well, just in case, we're gonna be contacting, your U-Haul location in the morning. And if they get the boxes by then, we'll still bring them. And I'm like, okay, great. Because I kind of like just crossed it out of my last version of the plan that this is just not happening. And now I need to still be alert and available in case it becomes a thing again and they come over, And I'm like, okay, you know what? There's no point in replanning, redoing, and trying to be like really finicky with it. And I remember that energy of last year when in this uncertainty, you get to a granular point of living in the present moment where you can't even plan an hour ahead. It's like you're precisely in that present moment that we all keep talking about, being in the present, just living it through moment after moment. And when it's your birthday, it's like moment after moment, you essentially reassess where you are, what is happening, and how you can make the most out of it, right? Because by definition, it's a great day and, you want to have the best possible experience. Why not? Why not? So I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. And I have a draft plan, of course, because it will still involve some other people, at least with my beautiful sound bath. And I decided to do a red light therapy session in the afternoon. And now possibly my movers are still gonna arrive in the morning. So we'll see, but I'm gonna keep it still light, and I'll see how I'm gonna fill in the gaps like between these different activities. And I'm still gonna flow with it and just see with the moment what's happening. The Florida weather helps a lot as well, because here you don't really know what it's gonna be like. It can be hotter, it can be cooler, it may rain all of a sudden. I think there is a wind in the forecast for tomorrow, so even that could dictate, especially now that I don't have a car, it can dictate what I'm gonna do in the next moment. And you know what? I'm still gonna go. I decided I'm gonna start my day on the beach. And maybe in a year from now, it's gonna be an old story and just another day at the office. Who cares? But for now, it is very special for me to start my day that way. Even if I only have 2 or 3 hours to spend there, And yes, for me, that's how much I love the beach. For me, it's just 2 or 3 hours. But it's still gonna be magical. I mean, right now, at this point in time, for me, this is a magical experience. Not something I'm used to. And even the last months and a half that I've been in Florida, I've been so busy with the move, and I was staying at places far away from the beach that, I didn't have this chance. So wouldn't that be great? How about that? I'll make my favorite smoothie and I'll head out to the beach, and I can stay there at least until the movers tell me otherwise, or maybe until I need to get ready for my sound bath. And then, I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. I will see. And it's still gonna be great. I'm gonna enjoy each of those experiences. Now that I'm saying it, I still need to put my couch together because it's arrived in disassembled version. I still need to set up my new mirror. It's like this non-stop journey with packages arriving and me putting something together. So I'm still not even done with today. But I know that tomorrow is gonna be awesome. I am gonna wake up hopefully on the couch rather than inflatable bed. That already will be a progress. I will have my big mirror to check out an outfit, and I actually, because I hardly have anything to wear, I did buy a few pieces at a local store, decided to support local entrepreneurs. So I'll have something fun to wear tomorrow and, just make the most out of it with that kind of spirit. Oh, and what else is important that I wanted to share? This kind of uncertainty is where our faith is tested. And I mean, like the big faith, not necessarily in God, but whatever it is that your belief system is about, what you believe in, your higher power. And I don't necessarily mean like you need to believe in rainbows and unicorns per se. But in this situation, in this case, like in my context, I'm still staying open-minded that I am gonna get my stuff tomorrow. I am gonna be, having something amazing to eat and to drink. Don't know exactly what it's gonna be, although in my previous iterations of plan, I knew that. Now, no idea exactly, but that can still happen, And it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be sitting by my phone waiting for my movers or U-Haul to contact me. No, but it's this aspiration and kind of open-minded energy that if that's my dream and that's what's gonna make me the happiest tomorrow, who says it cannot happen? It can still happen. And live with that attitude in mind. And that's what we mean. It's not just like kind of like, I'm gonna win a lottery tomorrow. Maybe if I buy a ticket, but I don't see that in the cards right now. So I'm not gonna focus on that or think that way, right? But I will think that way of things that I want to happen that are somehow on my mind, So you never know. I'll let you know, guys, where it ends. And the last thought that I had about this is I thought to myself, because I had a moment of desperation where, like you feel like all of these plans are falling apart, and it's like, oh my God, am I even gonna have a fun day tomorrow? And I know that I've deserved one, because I've been like this roller coaster with the move and with all of the steps ahead of the move. They've been exhausting. Truly, honestly, without exaggeration. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Even if I don't plan anything at all, like zero plans, I'm staying in bed, hopefully on the couch, and I'm not going anywhere, not really doing anything, I'm still gonna have a great day, because I know I'm gonna receive a lot of messages from friends and family. And at least some of them are going to offer to have a call and catch up. And of course, will say a lot of nice things, and it will warm my heart, and I will be excited, and I can get on calls with people who love me, and it will still be special even with that. And you know what? I have some great food options in my fridge right now. And I have the ice cream that I got from Publix as a birthday gift. So even if I don't end up going somewhere to eat or to drink, I'm still gonna have a great experience with what I have. It's not like I really need to do anything. I don't need to. No. And it's still gonna be amazing. How about that? It's all about how you take it, what you put into it. And I think we can use more of that, like even if all of the plans I had for myself or even with other people don't necessarily work out, I can still have an amazing day. I can still have a great experience with something else, somehow different. I'm even gonna be more curious. What's this plot twist now? How's this gonna turn out? And a lot of the times, the more you kind of let go of your previous expectations, the more magical you find this new moment, right? And you never know what's gonna come out of it. Thanks to those who stayed till the end of the rant. I am very tired, so apologize for the long rant. Still have to get something to eat and to put my couch together. Good luck to me. I'll report back on the progress.